have you with us. Alright, today we're going to talk about experiencing the love of God. Alright? Experiencing the love of God. Turn your Bible to 1 John chapter 4 and verse 8. 1 John chapter 4 and verse 8. Let us read this verse together. And this verse will be your memory verse for next week. 1 John chapter 4 and verse 8. Together if you have it. He that loveth not knoweth not God, for God is love. One more time. He that loveth not knoweth not God, for God is love. So that will be the verse, your memory verse for next week, and we'll be focusing on that today. So we want to talk about God's love. God's love. And we live in a world where many people use the word love every day, as you know. Simply, it is a word that is embraced by every tribe, every culture, every country, and people of all walks of life. I would like for each one of you to share your personal definition with us of what love is. What do you think other person's definition is of love? Because I'm certain that some of you would have experienced people telling you how much they love you. What do you think they meant by it? And what did you understand they were saying to you? Do you think they really love you? So basically what I'm asking is for your own personal definition of love. That's the first thing. Secondly, what do you think others mean when they say they love you? And third, what do you think true or real love is? Who will be the first? Huh? Akim, you're the love master, so tell us what is your personal definition of love?
I would say the first definition of love that as you can see when God sent his only begotten son to die for us.
That's your personal definition of love?
I see where love really stands out when God really gave his son, right, to die for us. And
so when you tell somebody you love them, that's what you're telling them? God gave his son to die for you?
I will say that. Well, from the point of view of myself, you understand that when you really love somebody, you really give yourself to that person and stuff.
Okay. Alright, what's your personal definition of love? Do anything for them? Okay. Felicia?
Okay, I believe personally that love is a feeling that comes from inside, and when that feeling is inside, it's expressed outside. So you kind of like, as a burn, so you kind of like go all out to that person, you care for them.
Julie, what's your definition of love?
Love is when you feel ready to enter into somebody's somebody that's feeling to like to give yourself.
Can you enter into somebody else's feeling?
Willing to give yourself to another person unconditionally.
Okay.
And other people talk of love, they're really talking about sexual feelings of love.
Okay, we'll come to that. We'll come to that. Don't try and interrupt my class. We'll come.
Okay, love it's a feeling that one feels have one, but through that feeling you have to belong with action. So to me, love is also applied with the action. You should repose. Love is like an action.
So what?
Well, to me, love, you have different variations. Some different variations. All they have is to get the same love. Because what I will do for some people, I'm going to friend, but that doesn't mean I didn't love them. Sure. You understand? And it means also that I am here to listen to you. I'm here for you. And even if I get mad at times with you, I will curse you, but I and you forgive me.
Because that's your personal definition of love. You can't speak right there, you forgive them after.
No, but I'm saying, yes, I am in love with you. But we have human beings, we have different attitude, different behavior, so we get all mixed up. But it doesn't mean that I don't love you.
Alright, so what about when other people tell you that they love you? What do you think they mean?
As I said before, there are different variations. When my mother, my parents say that they love me, that's not included. When a boyfriend tells me that they love me, I believe they just know the word love and it's spelling out. It's spelling it out. Because they don't show it. When it comes to the part of where they have to stand up and show it, it's where the fault and not love. Even if I did you something wrong or something, at that time, I might be angry, but when it comes for you to get you forget about that and you continue. When you don't have empathy for others, it is not love.
Again, what do you think when other people tell you they love you? What do you think they mean? I'm sure you've had many experiences of so many different people telling you they love you, right?
When you check it out, sometimes some will say they love you and stuff, but when it draws to that point for them to really show the action and they really love you. So sometimes they break them to a level that they will show you that amount of love that they're supposed to show. Understand? Because in a point that they will say they really love you and stuff, and after a while they back off to the love that they say they really love, they have to love. Understand? I believe love in love is about tender love and care, you understand?
Tender loving care. What is tender loving care?
Huh?
It's tender loving care.
Like you said, it's about a part of TLC.
It is
Right?
TLC.
It is TLC. So now you have to show that part of caring, right? Plus you have to show the you have to be in a point now you have to be how you put it? In certain part that you say you really like care and stuff, you have to know when, know how, you understand? And when to deal with stuff, and in a part of love now you have to show that, as your sibling was saying, to be forgiving. Maybe sometimes when a person may get away, you have to always show that you're always there for the person, no matter what.
Right?
Now these days when people say they love you, rather they only love you for them, they can't. I think like
You love me for what?
I think like if someone truly loves you is if they're sticking by you through whatever happens. Well yeah, as Ishmael said, it's an action what you have to show.
Alicia?
Okay, so I don't think most people understand the true meaning of love. So when they actually say they love you is basically to get something from you. So in a moment or everything they will say, okay, yeah, I love you, and then afterwards you can see that love. And I don't really think you're gonna see love in the beginning anyways, but just mean that everybody get caught up with emotions and stuff like that. So they happen to believe or want to believe that they love, but it actually a lustful feeling or something like that.
Honey?
I think it's generally lost something. Most people these days is not love because it doesn't grow from friendship. So and build up to that point. So mostly just lost.
And people say they love these days, it's like it sometimes be a selfish kind of love. It's either the benefit from it or because someone loves them, they love them, basically. But if somebody you really truly love, you really see love comes out at the point when you are in a difficult situation. Sometimes you see who there for you or who will stick with you or something like that. Most of the time they go because it's like it was just selfish, it was for something that will actually benefit you. And most of the time people love people because, oh, because you love me, I just love you.
So if we could use one word to summarize love, true love, what will that one word be? Just by listening to all of you. What does one word look like?
Unselfishness.
Huh? Unselfishness. Huh? That sounds good. I'm looking for actually one S word. Unselfishness, that's beginning with you. We're looking for just one S word.
Selfless.
Being selfless, and that being selfless, I was in a sacrifice, but it's the same idea. Alright? So love is really not about you so much receiving, but you making the sacrifice for others. Alright, let us look to the Bible and see what the Bible's definition of love is. Alright? I'm going to give you some verses and we'll go through them one by one. In 1 John chapter 4 and verse 8, just from our main verse that we read this morning. How does the Bible define love then? In 1 John chapter 4 and verse 8. The Bible tells us God is love. Alright? So if we want to find the definition of true love and what love is, the Bible tells you the definition of love is God. So in other words, we don't know what true love is until we know God. Let us go to Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 7 to verse 8. And let me see who can tell us what the Bible says about love there. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 7 to verse 8. Somebody read for us, please.
The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people, for ye were the fiercest of all people. But because the Lord loved you, and because he will keep the oath which he has sworn unto your fathers, and the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand, and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen, from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt.
Alright, so from these two verses, what can we get about God's love? What can we know about God's love? In these two verses. Anybody?
All I'm gathering is even if he didn't want to love, he has to love you because he made an oath. He chose to love us.
He chose to love you. So God chose to love you. Alright, so listen. That's just the thing about God's love. We know that the definition of love is God. And now God, he made a choice to love us. Alright? So that's all on him. It has absolutely nothing to do with us. John chapter 3 and verse 16. That's another verse. John 3:16. Well, everybody should know that. We can probably all say that together. Let us say that verse together. John 3:16.
God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life.
What does this verse tell us about God's love? Unconditional. Alright? And he demonstrated it by giving his Son to us. Alright, so that is telling us how God so loved us. So it's one thing to say that you love somebody, but are you willing to make the sacrifice? And God, he chose to love us, and the Bible says he made the sacrifice by sending his own Son to die for our sins. So that is love. And somebody was making the point earlier in their definition that, people saying that they love and stuff like that, but they're not willing to make any sacrifice. It's all about them and them being happy. And you have to be very, very careful about that. And somebody was saying, it's about person getting instead of giving. So it's easy for us to say, well, I love somebody, or somebody tell you they love you, but are they willing to make sacrifices for you? Are they willing to put your good first above theirs? Alright, so that's something for us to ponder. Jeremiah 31 and verse 3. Somebody read that first. Jeremiah 31 and verse 3. You're gonna read that
The
first.
Lord had appeared of old unto me, saying, Yea, I have loved thee with an everlasting love. Therefore with the loving kindness have I drawn thee.
Oh, how does he love us here?
Everlasting.
No. Do you know of anybody on earth who love you with an everlasting love? Huh?
Yeah.
Who love you with an everlasting love?
Grandmother.
Your grandmother? Or your grandmother? Your grandmother love you with an everlasting love. Yeah, but people tell you that they love you, and after a period of time, they don't love you anymore because they start to treat you different. They start to treat you differently. But God,
People
huh?
love you everlasting.
Say it again.
I think he has.
We love you everlastingly. Really? Who love you everlastingly? Remember, if you die and that person doesn't go to spend eternity with you in heaven.
I was thinking about today.
Or to death. And the marriage vows till death do us part.
No, I was just gonna drive apart. When he married.
So you think there's people who would love you right up until you die?
Yeah.
So after you die, they don't love you anymore.
Well, I don't know. But it's supposed to be I want to we're done that. God believe they still love you.
Nobody's supposed to always have you in the
I believe
top.
that's the time some people love you.
But no, seriously, do you think
Yeah, when you're dead and the
But
other
at
memories.
that time some people love you more.
when you're dead, why? Because
Memories man look at them. They tell them I love you more.
they miss you. In that sense. So they realize how valuable, how important you are. You have a point. You have a point. You have a point. Alright, but God, the Bible tells us He loves us with an everlasting love. Let's go to Ephesians chapter 2, verse 4 to verse 5. Ephesians chapter 2, verse 4 to verse 5. Yeah.
God is rich in mercy, for His great love toward us. Even when we were dead in sin, He quickened us together with Christ. By grace we are saved.
Describe His love here. Great. Great love. There's some people who say, and understand, things that you were mentioning earlier in your definition, that there are different degrees or ways in which people love. And some people would love you, but there's just certain things that they would not do for you. There's certain things they would not do for you. But the Bible tells us God, He loves us with a great love. So while people might love you and they might be willing to make some sacrifices for you, there's some sacrifices they will not make. Are they willing to give their life for you? Yes, they say they love you, but are they willing to do that? And just some things that they would not do for you, even though they say that they love you.
It don't even have to go to that extreme, right? If they will do like, not go to that extreme.
Which extreme will you go?
For some people,
They could die for me, live for me. Treat me well, whatever. Don't die for me, treat me well.
Yeah, but you're right. When they treat you well, and you know the way they treat you, you want to know, you would know how much they love you. And listen, like I said, it all comes back down to sacrifice. How much is a person willing to sacrifice when they say they love you? How much? And for these people who will tell you that they love you, that's something that you probably need to ask them. How much are you willing to sacrifice?
I think a mother will sacrifice all life for the baby.
Say it again.
It's like when you try like 3, 4, 5, like babies in stage coming up, you will sacrifice your life for that child. But when you hit 16 and so,
Boy. You don't love that child anymore?
no, I cannot love the child. You would not. I don't think as a mother you will lay down your life then. Some will, maybe, but you say die for that. You might start to reduce the degree. But you see, right now you will lay down. You will go in front of us
For that child.
for that child.
Alright, so a great love where God loves us and He demonstrated His love. Let us look at one more verse. 1 John chapter 3, verse 1. 1 John chapter 3 and verse 1.
Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of God. Therefore the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not.
What does that tell you about God's love? Huh? What does this verse tell you about God's love?
Definition of His love.
Huh?
The definition of his love towards us.
Yeah, the way how he demonstrated
Yeah.
his love to us in calling us his children. Alright? Now, so we understand and know what God's love is. We heard about the many definitions of love. What is the difference? What is the difference between God's love, your love, and other person's definition of love? This world's definition of love. What is the difference?
God
Is
love,
there a difference?
God love is love.
Bigger
God's love
difference.
is real, it's unconditional, it's everlasting, it's great. And worldly love, it's just for a time. It's not real.
Right, as somebody was just saying earlier that yeah, there's some people who love you for love you everlasting.
But God, I realize like God love in no matter state or position or no matter what it is, God always there for you. No matter what.
Yeah, but how could people say, and you see it all the time, how could somebody say, well, I love you, they marry you, and then they don't love you anymore? What's that? And listen, you see many relationships today that exist. That people will tell you, well, they love you and stuff like that, and then 10, 15 years after, they don't love you anymore.
That wasn't love in the first place.
But they believe with all their heart that they love the person, and you see it all the time in
And
relationships.
you yourself, you wonder that because you might still love that person, right? All of this person treat you, but you love that person. Oh, that person could tell you that they love you, and you know you're falling out of love of this person. You're not falling out of love with this person, and this person treats you bad enough.
No, you see the connection.
But no, I'm
Connection
saying,
start to fade.
but I'm saying you and I in the same relationship. We went through the same thing. You leave me, right? You let me alone. But still, I am still feeling the love for you. So it have to be that you have never loved me in the first because I am the one who's supposed to fall out of love with you.
But do you think that situations or circumstances change people's feelings?
Yes.
What you all think?
Yes.
You all think so? And is it powerful enough to change people's love?
I think in the initial stage you might be so angry. But after a while you will just forgive that person. Because this man,
Man's love is what?
faulty,
In the sense of what?
subject to a lot of circumstances and limitations. But God love is perfect. Because God is, he's a creator and everything. So he cannot not love us. But man, when things don't go well, then choose not to love. Instead of us that love is a choice, but it's God, he loves us. An everlasting love even before we were born, he loved us.
But God chose to love us, so we would understand that God love is a choice. Alright, and yeah, I could understand you saying that because we are fallen as human beings. But the situation, because there's so many situations that might come
because
into
this
somebody's
man married
life.
a woman and he found out that she will buy the Uber man. Right?
You want who?
By the Uber man.
The OB man? Okay.
Hold him.
To make him love her.
Maybe they were going through some difficulties. So she went by the Uber and put it in the food. I think this is done. He tell him, don't eat it. So from there, it just changed my feelings. From that towards love. Which I could understand because she got a little bit know. So you don't know what else she can do. What I'm saying now, in that initial stage, I believe you guys have seen that it didn't work. And you might not let you, might not eat. And it gone that she would have regretted. But that man, if you remember, the way this woman was, even though he doesn't go back and beat her, I think he should still have that love.
Well, that love was already started off.
So that's what I'm saying. So it wasn't love, but if it was true love, even though you walk away, you understand me because of what she would have done. By now, you would have forgiven her, you might have been friends again. It might not necessarily mean that you've gone back and be with her as yet. but you will not forgive her and you all been friends again and talking. Your love hasn't gone again. Your love is still there. But because you were angry in the beginning, I think that is love because even though you remember I had love you in the first place, I just get angry because of what you did. I might have been separated from you, but as the time pass, it's just like a child when you get angry with the child. Might some people don't talk, but you know you love that baby.
Yeah. So circumstances really change people. Because people, and sometimes you can't doubt how genuine a person is until they start to behave the way they're behaving. Because people say they love and then something happens, and then you start to see difference in them. So you want to know what happened. When everything is alright, when you're beautiful, probably if you get in an accident and you start to walk crooked, the person doesn't love you anymore. So you really want, if it was genuine love in the person. But God's love is so different.
Even in your family.
Yeah, like Jolene said, God's love is perfect. Human being love is faulty. That because we are faulty by nature.
Because with Amos, when you say Amos, when I type piece of coke on it, I will answer.
What?
Type piece of coke on it, I will answer.
Oh, you wanted ants to eat him?
Yeah. Look at type piece of coke on it.
And he's your brother?
When they jump and hold and all about it, somewhere they don't cry here. Like, do all kind of things for me. And you can't back with you again. So I'm most with the type piece of answer.
So you wanted to kill your brother? You wanted to kill your brother?
But then again, he go come back sober, come back again nice. Then again. Drunk again, then they fight. Come back, sister.
But now I realize, and that's how I know I change, I realize when they joke now, you know you fight up with them. When they come home, drunk,
Nobody's watching. So you can understand. You come back again. And you come back. She come back shameful or no? Thinking that I am mad. Because long ago. You understand? I will have been mad with him still.
And that comes right down to the situation. When he is sober and nice, you love him. But when he is not, you don't want to see him.
Me never want to see him.
Yeah, so that's human beings.
But no, it's different because I see him drunk and then he will cross the road and I'm standing up forever watching him and nobody will beat him up and knock him down. Before me, we don't long time ago about the business. So we're not talking about the business.
Alright, so what we can get at today is that God is the one who defines love. As our memory verse says, He is love. And for us to know what true love is, we have to know the God of love. God loves you and me. He created us and we are His creatures. His love is indescribable, incomparable, unlike any other. So always remember, He loves you. And for you to genuinely love, you must know the God of love. And the Bible is full with so many important truths where God is trying to teach us how to love as He loves us. Alright, in conclusion, I want us to have a little assignment for you. On these cards that I'm passing out to you, I want you to write what you have on the pen. Alright, I want you to write on your index card. To know love is to know God. Just write that. To know love is to know God. And I want you to keep that in your rooms. Every morning when you wake up, you're going to take this card and read it out loud. To know love is to know God. So as you go throughout the day, if you really want to demonstrate love and you want to know what love is, just remember to know love is to know God. Alright, so knowing what true love is, remember, is to know the love of God. And God will teach you and guide how to love each other. Let us say our memory verse again in closing. 1 John chapter 4 and verse 8. Together. 1 John 4, 8. Together. He that loveth not knoweth not God, for God is love. Alright, thank you so much. God bless you. Let us close in a word of prayer.